Hey everyone, John again. Just chilling out in the Poconos for a few days. Kind of wanted to dive into a little bit more about presence, which I was talking about in my last video. And I had given a couple of tips of a couple of things that you can do, whether it's household chores or stuff like that, where you can kind of start introducing yourself to awareness or presence. But one of the things I've always noticed, especially in the years that I've been practicing, is take, for instance, the view behind me. This is Lake Naomi up in the Poconos, right? It's a beautiful lake. It's very nice up here. But if someone were to sit here and just stare at the lake and look out, and just look at the scenery, are they actually present? Meaning, are they fully aware of everything around them? Or are they looking at the scenery and here comes the mind that starts to say, wow, that's pretty water. Oh, look at those beautiful trees. Look at that beach in the background. Oh, listen to that pretty bird. How I'd love to be kayaking right now. Or I'd love to be swimming in the lake. Or I'd love... And the one thing you're not doing is being absolutely present. The one thing you're not doing is actually being in the moment. So when people say, oh, I'm going to be in the moment, and they're in the moment is actually a story in their head of how beautiful that moment is, you're really not actually in the moment. Now, this isn't to say that you're supposed to stare at this and be void of thought, right? We all know that that's very counterproductive. Stopping thought is not what this is about. It's about, so if I'm going to sit here and I'm going to stare out into the lake just to kind of meditate, which I do. I'll sit here and meditate sometimes. Thoughts are going to pop up. But what I make a point of not doing is getting caught up in that mind stream of, wow, like I said before, isn't that a pretty sight? Isn't this that? Isn't that that? And getting pulled away from where I actually am. So the goal is to stare out but not label anything. See but not judge anything. Hear but not try to describe anything. Now, the mind's going to want to do that, but all you should do is pull yourself back to just being there. Even if you have to do it 1,000 times in the beginning. This isn't a learned skill that you're gonna get overnight. And if you do, that's great. You might catch on real quick. But for most people, it takes a little bit of time to really learn that acceptance of the way thought patterns in the mind works and allow it to be there and be able to kind of refocus constantly. I'm going to say meditation and presence and awareness is a practice. It's not something you master and say, oh, I got it. Again, the point of this video was just to kind of shine a little light onto that aspect of it. So if you're walking out somewhere and you see a beautiful tree, appreciate the tree. Don't start labeling colors or smells or descriptions to it. Just appreciate the tree and be there with the tree. In time, you'll see that you'll have more silence. And it could be a little awkward at first because you'd be like, well, what am I staring at if I'm not describing it? Well, that's what presence is. It's being there without the need to describe what you're seeing or hearing. And again, this is small introductions to it. So just a little insight for today. Hopefully that will help spark something in somebody somewhere. But until then, guys, be present, enjoy, and we have a nice stretch of weather coming. So get out there and have some fun. Enjoy the weather. All right? Thanks. Take care. Bye.